And welcome back to another episode of Bantz with Lawrencia on the Lawrencia TV, a channel that celebrates ordinary people doing extraordinary things. So please subscribe, like, share, and also click on the notification bell to get notified anytime I post new content. I know you guys are wondering why I'm wearing shades. Mate, the shade of today's conversation, it's alarming. So before I get into it, let me just do the needful and get right into this conversation with my piping hot tea. So, Korra, Obidi, and her estranged husband. The internet has been buzzing over their divorce. Korra is dragging the husband is dragging Korra, the kids are caught in the middle, and we, the online in-laws, are just spectators, judging from one person to the other, judging Korra, judging Dean, and at this point in time, I think everybody's tired. We are being harassed with their marital problems, their cheating habits, the way they live their life, and now the kids. I think what people don't understand is the internet does not forget, and these children are going to grow up to look at all these things, see their parents calling each other names. Anyway, before I get into all that, let me just give you a brief background about Korra, Obidi, and her husband Dean. They are pending divorce, they are dragging on social media, and the kids being caught in the middle of two bitter parents who are just bent on destroying each other. So Korra Obidi is a Nigerian dancer. She was trying to get into the industry in Nigeria, and she's a very good dancer. She's even trying her hands on singing and every other thing, entertainment. So I am not sure how she met Dean, but Dean, they loved each other, they started dating, Dean proposed, she accepted, and Dean moved back to America to prepare for her to join him after the engagement, basically. According to Korra, this is coming from Korra. So he moved back to America, he started processing her papers, and this was during Donald Trump's, this was 4 years ago, by the way. So this was during Donald Trump's era, and then eventually she got her papers. She went to join her husband Dean in the US. The first time I actually saw Korra was when she appeared in Britain Got Talent. She was heavily pregnant, she performed some certain moves, and everybody was shocked. That video went viral. So she has given birth to her first child June, and they're always on social media. She's a social media influencer. She does a lot of, content, dancing, and the husband partake in those videos sometimes. But Dean is a doctor. I can't remember doctor what, but he's a doctor. So sometimes he joins her in some of those videos. And then all of a sudden, we were just minding our business online, and Dean posted a video that he's getting a divorce. He's no longer married to Korra. Korra is a cheat. Korra is a narcissist. Korra is abusive. There was so barrage of information coming from Dean, and everybody was kind of thinking this must be publicity stunt. These two people, interracial couple, a lot of people were looking up to them, thinking, okay, this is the perfection of love. Because of the way Dean was so affectionate with Korra, he was taking her everywhere, he was supporting her dreams, and everybody was kind of shocked because a lot of people were thinking, okay, this is how a man should treat a woman. Nigerian men, you guys should start taking notes. This is how a man should treat his wife, support her dream. You guys should start being romantic. Listen, every single Nigerian girl was praying for that kind of relationship. Every single content creator online was thinking, if only I have a husband like Dean. So when Dean came out and made those statements, people were kind of surprised. People thought this must be publicity stunts. Maybe they want more followers, maybe they want more endorsements or something. Everybody just dismissed the whole thing. Dean came out and made a second video to say that this is not a publicity stunt. I am getting out of this marriage. I am done with Korra. I am filing for a divorce and I am taking my children. When Dean was making all these statements, Korra literally just had some days old baby. She just literally gave birth. I think it was after 4 days when she gave birth was when all these things was going on. So she was not even saying anything about it. Dean was just coming out to make all these statements. Korra was still bleeding from her childbirth and she just didn't say anything. She was trying to nurse her baby, even get healthy. I mean, this woman just popped out a child 4 days ago and her husband came out to say that he is divorcing her. So people were like, okay, if Korra is not saying anything, then she must have done something. If he is the one filing for a divorce, then the problem must be from Korra, because no man will just wake up one morning after your wife gave birth, because he was saying that Korra cheated. I mean, I don't even know where to start. I am just going to try my best to compress all these things in a small, video. So Dean was saying that the reason why he's divorcing Korra is because she cheated on him. In fact, she's a chronic cheat. That she cheated before their marriage, she cheated during their marriage. In fact, that the child, Korra told him that the little girl that she just had may not be his child. So this whole thing was going on and people started asking Korra, like, okay, Korra, you should come out and say something. Why is your husband saying all these things and you're quiet? So eventually when Korra came out to tell her own side of the story, Korra talked about Dean. When she started influencing, when the money was not there, Dean was basically just thinking, okay, what are you doing with your time? You're just wasting your time. And when the money eventually started coming in, he wanted to take charge of the money. He wanted to control the money. The first statement she made was, it was all about money. Dean was trying to take her money. Korra came out to say that she was paid £5,000 from a job that she did. She mistakenly transferred the money into their joint account. Dean withdrew that money and used it for his own whatever miscellaneous that he used it for. And she was alleging that, listen, we're no longer married. I mistakenly transferred this money into your account. Return that money back to me. Dean came out. I mean, this whole thing was just social media. We are just like, it's like a ping pong game. We're looking from Dean to Korra, Korra to Dean. Dean came out to say that he mistakenly withdrew the money from the account. I don't know how you mistakenly withdraw 5,000 that you didn't put into an account, a joint account. He said that he mistakenly withdrew that money. He paid that money back and she is lying. He's not intentionally trying to take her money or hurt her. He never intentionally wanted anything to go this far, but it is what it is. So everybody was now thinking, okay, these people go and they filed for divorce. The whole thing was in court. So we kind of had a week break where nobody was hearing from Korra, nobody was hearing from Dean, and all of a sudden Korra came out online to say that she's now ready to talk. She's happy to talk about, tell her own side of the story, because I think it's about 2 months now. Her baby is about 2 months. So she felt, okay, this is a good time to come out and tell her own side of the story. Korra said, to be very transparent, when she was in Nigeria and Dean was trying to file for her 4 years ago before their marriage for her to come to the US, she had an affair with somebody in Nigeria, and this is the reason why her husband, she came initially. I mean, there are so many, let me try to entangle this. Korra said when she got to the US, she told her husband that she cheated on him. He was very angry about it. He was like, okay, why do you have to cheat on me? He started going out, he started drinking, and he didn't deal with that well, which is understandably so. So she was like, okay, that since then she has not known peace throughout her marriage. He has been insulting her, he has been abusive physically, emotionally, he has been cheating, and all sorts of things. Then Dean came out to say that that is a lie. Korra cheated before their marriage. Korra cheated during their marriage. Korra had threesomes with Peruzzi and Slimcase. These are musicians in Nigeria. It was ridiculous. He was like, okay, she had threesomes and he has proof. In fact, when she was pregnant with the second child, when she was 4 months pregnant, she went to Nigeria. She cheated with somebody who was in a relationship, engaged to somebody. They've been in a relationship for over 7 years. They were engaged to get married, and then immediately the lady found out that her fiance cheated on her with Korra, who was at that time 4 months pregnant. She called off the wedding, and she called Dean to send all the details to Dean to say that, okay, your wife destroyed my relationship. This is the proof. According to Dean, this is what Dean was saying. Dean said that he has the proof of everything, that how can, and then he was very angry, he was very mad that his wife carrying his child, cheated with another man. Knowing that she was pregnant, she went ahead to sleep with another man, thereby destroying another relationship. And he said that was kind of the last straw for him, but he was trying to be the man, manage the relationship, stay with his wife until the birth of the child. So I think this is why immediately after Athena, the second child, was born, Dean filed for divorce. So it was just back and forth. Korra came out online and said, you also cheated with an 18 years old Brazilian lady last year, after I told you I cheated on you in Nigeria. So she was like saying, she kind of backtracked, because initially Korra said she cheated before the marriage 4 years ago, and she was honest about it. When she came to the US, before even they got married, she told Dean that she had an affair. Now Korra is saying that she only told him last year that she had an affair, and this is why he went to Brazil to cheat with an 18 years old Brazilian lady. Korra and the sister came out with proof, with videos of this lady kissing Dean on the forehead. They had pictures. They talked about chats that he had with this lady. Dean came out to say that that's a lie. Korra and the sister paid the Brazilian lady because, according to him, they are just friends. They had nothing romantic with each other, and that the lady is going to come out to dispute what they have said. We are still all, just listening to all these glass. The Brazilian lady came out to say that Korra and the sister paid her initially to come out to say that she had an affair with Dean, but she couldn't continue with that because her conscience was pricking her. She said they were just friends, that nothing happened between them, and this is just Korra and the sister trying to, because she has cheated, she is now trying to get something on Dean to say that he also cheated. The lady said she never cheated, she never slept with Dean, and it was all a lie, it was all a plot by Korra and the sister. Man, everybody was now scratching their heads like, what is going on between these two couples? Like, this is just ridiculous. I mean, if you're married to somebody and for any reason that marriage is no longer working and you decide to walk away, I think the best, especially when children are involved, don't just be selfish to think, okay, I want to tarnish this person's image. I want to make sure that everybody knows that they are bad. I want to make sure that everybody knows that they've cheated, they've done this and they've done that. Listen, is it really worth it when you have kids that are going to grow up and they're going to see all these things on social media? Just imagine June growing up one day to Google her name and all she sees is my mother cheated on my father cheated on my mother wanted to terminate me, my father said I was a mistake. All these things are on social media, all these things are online, people are talking about it and they are so comfortable to put out their business out there. This one is trying to gain points, this one is trying to score points, everybody is just talking and nobody is even sitting down to put those children into consideration. The fact that Korra cheated before their marriage. Now listen, there is no woman, I am a woman, Nigerian woman, no Nigerian woman will cheat and just come out and volunteer that information to you. Knowing that, listen, whether you're married to a white, black, whatever, as a Nigerian woman, nobody will come out and volunteer that information unless there is a threat to, or somebody's blackmailing you, and you're not just going to wake up one morning to tell your husband that you know what, honey, when I was in Nigeria I cheated on you. And I think there's also something not right. I think Korra should have just taken her L and keep quiet. Now she's making the whole thing worse. I'm not saying you shouldn't have a voice, you shouldn't speak out when somebody is trying to tarnish your image, but at the same time somebody has to be the bigger person, because if everybody is trying to score points, it doesn't add up. I mean, the sister was saying that when they Google Korra's name, what comes up is chronic cheat. So all she's just trying to do is to ensure that everybody knows that she is a cheat and he is also a cheat. And she laughed about that, and that didn't sit down well with me, because at the end of the day, I understand you're trying to defend your sister, I understand you're trying to defend your family, but you're not even making it easy. Now this man is coming out to provide names. He is saying that Korra had threesomes with Peruzzi and Slimcase. He is giving out names. I'm not saying that these are true, but and he said he has evidence. So why not just stop this whole madness now? Take care of your kids, take care of your family. And for my Nigerian ladies who think, marrying a white man, you're going to get those romantic, all those things that Nigerian men are not romantic, they are not this, they are not that, they will not support your influencing job and all those kind of things, and you think, okay, marrying a white man is going to solve that problem. You're still going to have, listen, if you marry the wrong person, whether white, black, blue, whatever color that person is, if that person is not good, or if that person is not even right for you, there's always going to be problems. You can still have a Nigerian man that supports. There are so many YouTubers that their husband supports and they're Nigerian. So it doesn't matter just because you think you're a content creator, you have to marry a white man that will support your dreams, that will support your goal. You can still find a Nigerian person that will do all those things for you. I just feel for those children. I mean, these children are going to grow up one day to see their parents arguing online, the mother trying to score points with the father trying to score points with the mother. Everybody is accusing everybody. Your father is calling your mother a chronic cheat, your mother is calling the father a chronic cheat. They're telling you that, oh, you were a mistake to be born, your mother almost terminated you. Is this really necessary? I don't think it is. I mean, sometimes one person in a relationship has to be the bigger person. One person has to take the heat. When relationship ends, one party will be more bitter than the other party, and it now takes the other one to understand that, okay, for my children, for the sanity of my children, I am not going to put out those things out there just for the sake of my children. One of them has to be the bigger person to do all those things. I know it is easier said than done, but at the end of the day, you just have to make sacrifices. Anybody that is willing to get pregnant and have a child should be able to make certain sacrifices for those children. Those children are going to be in therapy for the rest of their life, because once they grow up and they Google their names and they see everything that everybody is sitting down saying about them, you think you're scoring points now, you're trying to get one on the husband. One day they're going to wake up, they're going to grow up, and they're going to see those things, and it is not nice. It is not nice. So Korra hanged the boxing glove, Dean hanged the boxing glove, and if Dean is not willing to do that, Korra, for the sanity of your children, I think you should stop talking about it. Continue with your influencing job, continue posting, continue doing what you're doing, what you know how to do best. You know how to dance, you know how to forget about whatever Dean is saying. Stop scoring points, trying to prove a point that Dean also cheated, and the lady is coming out to say that, okay, you paid her to do those things. Like, why? Listen, this whole Korra and Dean situation just shows that marriage is not just about getting married and having children. You have to have some level of maturity, and then you have to be able to shade yourselves from certain things that is going to affect your future, not just your future, but the future of your children. You have to put things into consideration, put things into perspective. Don't just think about yourself. Think about the children you brought into this world, regardless of what the other party is saying, regardless of what the other partner is saying. So I don't even know what to think. I don't even know what to say. I don't want to blame Korra. I don't want to blame the husband. I just think the children in the middle are the victims in all these things. They are the victim. So they should hang that boxing glove and try to co-parent as much as they can. Everybody should put on their shade and just shade themselves from every negativity so that they can move forward and be the best parents that they could for those two girls. So that is my opinion. Let me hear yours. Thank you very much for watching today's episode, and see you same time. Bye bye.